Alright, round 3 with our fairly medium Jeskai deck. We're going to keep this hand, obviously, it's great. Turn 1, Sol Ring. Turn 2, Dak Faden. No, pretty hard to go wrong there. We could also turn 2, Geist to Saint Traft if we wanted. And in fact, turn 2, Geist to Saint Traft might just be best. Just depends on what our opponent is playing. I'll go ahead and lead with the island. The reason I'm going to go play this now because I can't play it and turn to either of these, so it does kind of open me up to like some sort of a steal effect, but I don't think that they have that. That's pretty narrow. So this is good. I can turn to steal their Azorius Stick. Oh, Lion's Eye Diamond too? Okay, well, I could also steal that, but I think it's better to just take the Signet. This does enable a lot of mana. He can sacrifice in response if he wants, and then he has the Azorius Signet left over for extra mana. So maybe I just take the Signet this turn, especially since he only has this Wasteland out. Alright, let's go ahead and do as I said here. And we can actually, we steal the Signet, we can tap it for blue-white, but that doesn't do anything. So we will just pass the turn here. Unfortunately, this wasn't Izzet Signet because I could have played my Pyromancer as well. Tolarian Academy. Okay, that's a good one. Plays a creature here. I get to Sower too. This is good. I doubt he would have an actual creature to play, but alright, let's start by looting. Okay, that's good because I get to pitch Island and Anticipate, I think. Or it might be Island or Sower. But playing this Lion's Eye Diamond, I can't imagine he's actually playing many creatures. But maybe I just want as many creatures as I can get. But I also have these on Pyromancer, so yeah, I think I'll just pitch the Sower. So let's get this Scalding Tarn, let's sack it. Let's go ahead and get our Steam Vents out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana available, so I can play Geist and Young Pyromancer. And then I also have this Flooded Strand for powering up Treasure Cruise, so I feel like we're in a pretty good spot so far. Just going to try to end this game as quickly as I can. I might even try to pop off this Dak Faden next turn just to force him to sack the LED. Go ahead and get our white source. I think I'll go ahead and actually just anticipate first to see if I can get anything like a counterspell. Okay, Izzet Charm is fine. I'll put the rest on the bottom. And so I can hold up Izzet Charm and I can Treasure Cruise here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that enough? And then hold up Izzet Charm. Yep. Alright, and we have mana tithe up. Let's discard this mountain, this plains. Because I've already played a land this turn, right? Yeah. He can use his Shelldog Isle now, which is something to note. But I do have this as a charm available. I think that's going to be enough. Is it Charm and Mana Tithe? Alright. So it looks like our opponent's playing a Storm deck. What do I want? I could just play very quickly. I don't think I want the Sower. Koth is pretty sweet as a way to try to close the game quickly. I think Abbott's also pretty decent, and Swift Spear. Maybe we just try to kill him quickly. See what cuts. Soulfire is probably not going to be the best here, especially since it's white. Since it reduces my consistency a bit, I could play Abbot of Carol Keep instead. Could also play Gorger, just try to go as quickly as possible. Repeal is interesting. Don't think that's where I want to be though. Time Twister is probably not where I want to be against the Storm deck either, though, is it? So maybe I could just bring the Repeal back in, or the Grandmaster just as another body. But Lightning Mauler might be pretty good too. Is it possible that I want Mental Misstep? Did I see anything that was 1 mana? I didn't in game 1. He would probably play Careful Study or something. I'll bring in the Misstep. I think this is good. Okay, so these two aren't going to be cast for a while. I have these two, so I just basically need to draw another land. This is a very dangerous keep. I think I'm going to mulligan this. I could have more powerful hands. Okay, this is worse, but I'll keep it and try to scry a land to the top. This is bad because I have all red spells and just a plains, so I need a mountain specifically. Hanging back on 1. This is a completely different deck then. Alright, well, we are missing land drops. And Ashiok, huh? Okay. Exiled a land and a Steam Vents. But I hit my mountain. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and play Young Pyromancer. Then next turn, or we can play Azorius Signet, and that's all my mana. And I can play Dack Fayden. Yeah, that seems fine. Next turn, I can play Abbott and try to hit a land off of it. Or I can play Dack Fayden and steal the Hangerback Walker. Okay, well, this is an interesting possible sequence. He hasn't done anything. He's got this on 7. Maybe he's just going to try to ultimate it. I could just play Dack Fayden, or I could play Young Pyromancer plus Abbott if I hit a second red source, which this can fetch a Steam Vents. So maybe I just lead with the Abbott and see if I hit a land. I can also use a Searing Spear to keep the Ashiok off a turn. I'm not really worried about this Hanger back Walker right now, and maybe I want to save the Dak Faden for if he plays a bigger artifact. Yeah, let's play the Abbot. Exarch. Okay, well that's interesting. So if I don't have a land over here, which I did, and even if I do, that doesn't really do anything. So is he a twin deck too? I wonder. Oh, yeah, I forgot that he had the Kiki Jiki. Okay, we'll just concede. Alright, well played. So I'm actually going to take out the Misstep and the Gorger. Just going to go back to where I was before. I'm going to play Sower, take out Swift Spear. Repeal seems nice against Hangerback Walker specifically. I think I will play the Swift Spear. Again, I'm not going to play Time Twister. I guess it just isn't really a Time Twister deck, especially against a pseudo mirror. I'm going to keep this. I'll lead with a library. This slows me down a turn, but opponent's on a mull to 6 as well. Mull to 5. So it's possible that I just don't want to even worry about the library. I could just turn 2 Young Pyromancer, turn 2 Thirst for Knowledge. With a mull to 5, I actually like that quite a bit. If he is on a full hand, I would have played the library first turn. And I saw a Wasteland in game 1, so I'm actually not going to play the library yet. Oh, he kept a 1-lander? That's awful. Okay, pitch. I want this other land. So maybe I just pitch the Mystical Tutor and the Searing Spear. I pitched Treasure Cruise actually, which seems kind of weird. But I think Dig Through Time is better in this instance. So we'll pitch the Treasure Cruise, and actually I will pitch the island because I'm going to be able to loot with the Dak Faden next turn anyway. Opponent missing land drops again. Alright, well let's loot. Let's pitch island. And Mystical Tutor. Let's play the plains. I should actually play the mountains so that I could. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. And then end of turn, I'll Thirst for Knowledge, and then I can Dig Through Time the next turn. Does he have a removal spell? I'm fine with that if he does. Remand, okay. Alright, let's draw 2 and discard 2. Let's discard the Dark Dwellers. And I think we'll pitch the Exarch here too. Because I don't think we're looking to combo kill here. I think, well, actually what I could do is just flash in the Exarch and tap down his Swamp. I think I'll just pitch a Searing Spear. Play this. Attack for 3. And then I can play the Signet and then play the Exarch, tap down that thing. And then I can dig through time. I'm not too worried about casting that in a turn, because I could also, I think that it's getting a little greedy. I just play the Exarch and tap down this thing. What does this ultimate do? Oh. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put a stop on his upkeep. And I'm going to tap down the Sheldog Isle. Okay. Pitching Cloudscape. Alright. That's fine. If that forces the Force of Will out of him on a mold 5, then I think I'm fine with that. Okay, that's fine. Well, I have the combo in my hand, but he countered the Exarch, so. I wonder if I should Gush now. I have the Soul Ring. No, I don't think it really matters. Okay, let's... I have to be careful that I don't deck myself, especially if he were to flash this back, but let's tap this. I'm not worried about drawing cards anymore. Let's play Geist of Saint Traft. Let's play an island. Let's attack for 3. Actually, I do think I want to draw a card just so that I can try to hit an Izzet Charm. Because I'm going to pitch this Splinter Twin. Oh, that's a good draw. I'm going to pitch this Mountain, and I'm going to pitch the Splinter Twin. I can play the True Name. I can actually play True Name and a whole bunch of things, and if he doesn't have anything the next turn, I just kill him. Or I can just play the Soul Ring and hold up Anticipate. Anticipate plus Gush. I think that's fine. Because that'll give me 2 more elemental tokens. Fast Bond. Let me anticipate response. I'll put the repeal in my hand, obviously, and put these other two. Alright, I'll let it resolve. Do your worst with this fast bond. Yawgmoth's Will. Is he good? This guy say target player. No. He can wheel a couple times. So I don't know. My opponent's playing something weird. I don't know why he had Hangerback Walker in this Storm deck. This is a very weird deck. So I'm going to float red and blue and bounce 2 islands. Or actually just float blue and bounce 2 islands. What I should have done is, in response, I should have actually bounced that fast bomb whenever one of those triggers went on the stack. I'm going to return these. Well, actually, I'm going to cancel this because this getting an Izzet Charm doesn't matter here. If he tries to wheel, then I'll gush to try to hit Izzet Charm. Wow, how many lands does he have? It's past the point now of being able to repeal here. All right. All right. Let's see if we can do now. I'm going to tap this. I'm going to bounce these 2 islands. Because if I can counter this, then you can't flash back the Wheel of Fortune. Or do anything else for that matter, I don't think. Alright, there's the Izzet Charm. I'm going to counter that, playing red. Wait a minute, how does he have 2? Oh, that's right. He can flash it back from the yard by paying alternate cost? Okay. Did not even think of that. I didn't think it was like, I thought it was more like Snapcaster Mage, but that's fine. Still a red mana short of being able to cast Wheel. Alright. Yeah, so we got there with our very medium blue-red twin deck. I have no idea what that opponent was doing with that particular deck, but it seemed kind of cool, I guess. So yeah, I felt like the draft overall was a pretty big train wreck, but regardless, we were still able to get there, and that just kind of shows the power of the blue-red archetype. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully next time we get a little bit better signals during the draft.